Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and today I'm doing a 5x5 build challenge. I saw an older video, I think it was Lil Simsy did, where she made a tiny home, and I've watched a few tiny home builds more recently, and I love these little houses. They're so cute. The challenge of trying to fit everything that a sim needs to function in such a small space was really tricky, you guys. I feel like I've achieved it. There are some things the house doesn't have that some sims might consider to be mandatory, like a television, for example. We don't have a sink in the bathroom, but I figured there's a sink in the kitchen, and given it's a tiny home, it's like 2 steps away. You'll see I did consider briefly making this a two-person house. It was never going to happen. I don't know what I was thinking. It was just no room. There's no room for a double bed. Like, I don't know how you could possibly make it work. The fittings and stuff in this house, despite the fact that it's a tiny home, it's not quite a starter home. It's on the gallery at 22,612 simoleons, which, like I said, isn't quite a starter home, but it's pretty close. In theory, if you had a few sims living on this lot, you could afford it as a starter home, but yeah, you wouldn't have anywhere for them to sleep, so that would be a thing. As far as the build aesthetic, I guess, goes, you'll see I've gone for green and white. I really like the kind of naturey green kind of tones. My thought was that someone living in a tiny home is probably going to be anti-clutter or wanting to minimize their carbon footprint. And in fact, the description, I'll read it out for you. The description that I've uploaded this with on the gallery reflects that. It says, "This tiny 5x5 home is perfect for the sim who wants to minimize their carbon footprint. Cozy, comfortable, and complete, it has everything you might want. Unless you want to watch TV, have a friend stay over, or have kids, there's no room for those things." This lot, like all of my lots, doesn't have any custom content. I was not particularly restrained with the packs though, so it's not quite a base pack. I think it's got Brindleton Bay and I want to say maybe the Parenthood pack, and that's it. I think that's right. There was only 2 packs that I used because I was trying to kind of control my impulse to put everything from every pack ever on the lot. Probably why it's only 22,000 simoleons instead of 40,000 simoleons for a 5x5 home, because I could have easily achieved that if I hadn't have been trying to restrain myself. But it's not quite a base fridge, it's not quite a base bed and everything. So your sim would be happier in this house than in a starter house like the one that I posted a video of the other day, just because they'll get more sleep. But they may also stub their toe on everything. Oh, I should say with this balcony, yes, I know that technically makes it a 6x6 home, but I wanted something external to make the house look more interesting. And there's actually nothing functional or useful on that balcony. I just put plants on there and that was it. I did consider putting a chair on there, but then I decided that would be cheating because it wouldn't be a 5x5 home anymore. So if you notice me putting that chair on and then taking it off, that was my thought process. I just felt like I was cheating. Now, one thing I noticed that really bugged me that I didn't notice at the time was the roof timber is a slightly lighter colour than the wall timber. It has been uploaded to the gallery that way because I didn't realise until I was editing, which makes me really sad, but it's just, it's a feature. It's a feature. Maybe the timbers on the wall are more weathered and the ones on the roof are less weathered because they're protected by the roof eaves and therefore get less weather. Yes, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. This lot is on the gallery just as tiny home, which means it probably will be impossible to find, but if you search for my EA ID you could find it that way. It's Hurricane Cass, HurricaneCas. And I'm not sure there's a huge amount else to say. I did build a little garden, you'll see at the front here. None of the I don't have any farming style plants. They're all decorative plants, like set dressing type plants, rather than farming type plants. If you imagined that a sim who would live on a lot like this would be super into gardening, which frankly I think would make sense, then you could add like beehives and functioning apple trees and an orchard and all kinds of cool stuff. But I didn't do that when I built this. If you enjoy watching this build, please check out my other lots on the gallery, like and subscribe, you know the drill, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.